nowadays flood is getting worse and worse. The main cause of it is that the main river channel all are degraded and people took on grab those land from this channel. So we have to restore that channel first. And another thing is important for this. So in Bangladesh, water source is mainly river water for irrigation or transportation. But if we can ensure all year round flow in this Karota river, about uh, 10,000 square kilometer area will be you will benefit from irrigation directly from the because of this water. Uh, about we can say another thing that the transportation, good transportation. This area in Bogura is mainly an agricultural hub. Here, the different kind of vegetable is produced. So transport these people things to the capital Dhaka. We need river communication, and river communication is much cheaper. We all know it. So it's very important for us to restore this channel. There is saying that if river are destroyed, the Bangladesh will be destroyed. In Bangladesh, there is a saying like this. So we have to restore this river. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, friends, the paper is also open for the discussion, and you can take maybe 1 or 2 minutes if there is any doubt or any clarification, any question from the participants. They are very welcome. Is there any question from the people who are taking part? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is there any question? I understand that people are unwilling to ask the question because the paper itself is so very explanatory, and Fakhruddin Ahmed has tried to illustrate the problem emanating out of the Karathoya river in Bangladesh, and we should only thank him and congratulate him for the presentation that he has made. I co-chairman will agree with me that it is one of the excellent papers that was presented, and we would like to congratulate, give him big hand for the presentation, and we should call upon the other presenter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present this paper. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, you can call other name.
Okay. The next paper is, I think, BVR Singh and Dr. Anjan Sen. I think he will be busy in some meeting. So let's call the next one.
Right.
Debashish Kundu and Dr. Ishita Boral. Their title of the paper is Moving Towards Sustainability Through Eco-Friendly Mass Rapid Transit System, a case study with reference to Kolkata Metro Railway. So if any of the author is available, please go ahead with their presentation, please. Are they available? Debashish Kundu or Ishita Boral?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
Okay, Debashish Kundu.
Okay, so it is Debashish?
Yes, sir.
So, Dr. Abhay, I think we should call upon him to make his presentation.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Debashish, please start with your presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, my slide is visible?
Yes.
Yes.
It is as visible as you are.
Start, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Should I start, sir?
Sure. Please do that.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Debashish Kundu, Research Scholar of Department of Geography and Disaster Management, Tripura Central University. Now I'm going to present my paper entitled Moving Towards Sustainability Through Eco-Friendly Mass Rapid Transit System, a case study with reference to Kolkata Metro Railway. It is a part of my PhD thesis under the supervision of Dr. Ishita Boral Assistant Professor of Tripura Central University. Kolkata is considered as the biggest metropolitan city in the eastern India, but compared to other metropolitan city, the surface transport area is lacking. Only 7% compared to 25% in Delhi and 20% in other metropolitan city. Kolkata having different modes of transport such as bus, taxi, tramway, two-wheeler, private four-wheeler, metro railway, circular railway, and ferry services. You can see the movement of passenger in Kolkata metropolitan area in 2001 and 2011, which depict that private bus and minibus is the most preferable mode of transport. Metro railway in 2001 carries near about 1.07% of passenger, and in 2011 it has increased to 2.55%. So in 10 years, the passenger number is more than double.
हेलो सॉरी देबाशीष आपकी साउंड इको हो रही है हेलो
Hello, ma'am.
देबाशीष आपकी इको हो रही है साउंड
Okay, now it's clear, ma'am.
ये कौन बोल रहा है
Next is location map of the study area. Kolkata covers an area near about 206.08 square kilometer with and divided into 144 wards, and it has total motorable route of near about 1,870 kilometer. Objective of my study. The first objective of my study is to find out the possible effect of vehicle emission on the air quality of Kolkata Municipal Corporation area. And the second objective is to evaluate the role of metro railway in improving mobility and environmental quality. For the purpose of the study, secondary and primary data has been collected and has been represented through different cartographic techniques. Road transport and congestion scenario of Kolkata. You can see India is considering as the one of the most influential in case of growth or in travel demands. Kolkata and Bengaluru experience the highest growth of travel demand. Road transport scenario of Kolkata metropolitan area. You can see bus is the most influential mode of mass transport, which carries about 76% passenger. And in case of private car and taxi, they carries only 11% of passenger, but they occupies near about 51% of vehicle modal share. Growth of vehicle of Kolkata, there is a significant increase in number of vehicles. In 1961, there are 3 vehicles per 100 person. And in 2011, the number of vehicle increased to 25 vehicle per 100 people. Road transport scenario of selected roads of Kolkata Municipal Corporation area. Mobility index has been used to measure the road transport scenario. Here the formula is 1 minus A by M. Here A indicates the average peak hour traffic speed on selected corridors, and M is described as the desirable traffic speed on the selected roads. The desirable traffic speed has been considered as 30 km per hour. You can see the data shows that the average traffic scenario is not very smooth. It is congested, and the RG Core road and the Jodhuna Tukil road, the value of mobility index is high, whereas Jyotindra Mohan Avenue and Jawaharlal Nehru Avenue have the least index value, that is 0.17. It is not only the passenger car unit that affect the mobility index, but also other factors such as traffic management system, road width, and encroachment of footpath, pedestrian, walking behavior, car parking scenario, and other factors influence the mobility index. Emission from road transport on the selected route of KMC area. The derivation of the formula, you can see the PCEI is the CO2 emission generated by each passenger car unit. NI is the passenger car unit. FE is the fuel consumption rate. EC is the CO2 emission coefficient, and DI is the length of the vehicle driving in the road. To calculate this thing, we have to measure the road length, and we have to collect the data during the morning peak hours and evening peak hours. The morning peak hour we have selected, that is 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and the evening peak hour we have selected 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. On the basis of that, per day CO2 emission by the total vehicle has been calculated. It has been calculated on the basis, means the unit is kg CO2 per day. 15 roads has been selected for this purpose. The roads are parallel to the existing metro routes that connect North and South Kolkata. After calculation, it has been observed that in a day, particularly during 2 peak hours time period, the total emission of CO2 from these vehicles in 13.9 kilometer road length is more than 12,000 kg CO2 per day. If we consider in a year, the amount would exceed 450 ton per day. Moreover, the rate of emission significantly increased due to here is the emission rate would much more increase the amount. Average vehicle speed and rate of emission. It has been observed that in the selected roads, the average vehicle speed does not exceed 15 km per hour during peak hours, and in some major intersection point, the vehicle speed reduced to less than 10 km per hour. You can see the vehicle speed, as the vehicle speed reduces, the emission rate increases. The emission rate become maximum when the vehicle speed reduce less than 10 km per hour. Respondent opinion on ambient air quality of Kolkata. Opinion regarding the deterioration of ambient air quality of Kolkata. Majority of the respondent, almost 75%, have said that the air quality of Kolkata deteriorating fast, particularly during the winter season. The effect of air pollution on someone is also very alarming. Opinion regarding source of air pollution, majority of the respondents said that
Debashish, please conclude. There is
Okay,
a time limit. There are so many candidates, please.
okay, ma'am. So it is the green space and dispersal pollution. It has been observed that in 2000, the area is near about 12%, and 2018, it decreased near about 5.5% in Kolkata metropolitan area. So role of metro railway, it is the most efficient and most fastest mode of transport that travel within the city, and it is eco-friendly mode of transport. Role of metro in augmenting air quality and improving mobility. So due to availing metro railway, instead of availing any other mode of transport, pollution emission reduce up to 5 tons per day. And it carries near about 7 lakh passenger on daily basis. And with the initiation of East-West Metro, the passenger number would exceed 10 lakh per day. So metro railway is the most efficient mode of transport that would be helpful in future to increase the transport scenario of Kolkata and reducing the emission level. So findings: average vehicle speed during peak hours of the day is less than 18 km/h. In Kolkata proper, personalized vehicle has been gaining importance, particularly in last 15 years. The number has been triple. Metro railway have zero level of pollution emission and high passenger carrying capacity. Average speed of metro railway is more than 50 km/h. Metro railway using underground and elevated tracks saves space for developing greenery. Moreover, it is the safest and eco-friendly mode of transport. Concluding remark: the traffic congestion scenario that Kolkata Corporation area is suffering from could only be reduced if the passenger give more importance to public transport over private transport. Metro railway is the efficient and fastest mode of transport to travel within the city. Growth of metro railway network increase passenger mobility and also increase the importance of paratransit. So electric operated and CNG operated paratransit mode should be promoted, as it is its emission level is less compared to the diesel and petrol operated vehicle. Government initiative of extending metro railway can have long-term effect in improving traffic scenario and air quality of Kolkata metropolitan area, but progress of work must be faster. Thanking you for your time and cooperation.
Thank you. Professor Mishra, please. Professor Mishra, can you hear? I think he's available.
I think he's not there.
Okay,
You
so
can continue, sir. You can carry on. So continue.
okay.
Continue the session.
So if anybody is having any question, you please ask to Devashish Kundu. Any query or observation? Okay, if not, then let me move ahead with the next presentation by Dr. Rotas Godra and Dr. Reena. And the topic of their presentation is impact of industrial growth on air and water quality in Panchkula, Haryana. So if any of the author is available, please go ahead with the presentation. Yes, Dr.
Hello.
Rotas. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Very good evening to all of the presenters as well as the chair, Dr. R.K. Abe. And today my presentation is on impact of industrial growth, air and water quality of Panchkula district. Where is it? Wait a minute, I'm just showing my slides. PPT. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is
Yes, sir,
visible.
it's visible. Yeah. So it's a study on the impact of industrial growth on air and water quality in Panchkula district of Haryana. And it is one of my topic from my PhD. Industrialization plays a crucial role in the development of a nation, state, or a region. It accelerates the pace of economic growth of that region, as the large-scale resource-based industrial projects have profound impact on varied aspects of development of a region. The term impact has been used to mean change of some kind. What change has this industrial growth brought about in the region? Apart from development, it has also affected the water as well as air quality of the region. This is a brief introduction about the concept of sustainable development. The Brundtland Commission coined definition of sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. SD can be visualized from these four aspects: economic development, social equity, environmental protection, and culture as the fourth pillar of sustainable development. But presently, we are having now 17 SDGs. Study area. The study area, this is Panchkula. Panchkula district is located in the northern part of Haryana, having a locational extent between 30°27' to 30°57' north latitude and 76°48' to 77°10' east longitude.
I think don't read this 70 degrees and latitude and longitude. Go ahead further.
I can go right on the of the study and the methodology and conclude.
Yes, briefly, yes.
The objective of the study is to assess the industrial growth in Panchkula district, and secondly, to gauge the impact of industrial growth on the air and water quality of the region. Database methodology, it is based on the objective of the study. The requisite data and information was collected and processed. I have employed secondary data in the study, and the data on industry was collected from Department of Industries, Government of Haryana, and data on air and water pollution was collected from the Haryana Pollution Control Board. The data analysis was done on computer softwares, SPSS has been employed, and the Stata software was used for modeling the impact of industrial growth on the different parameters of air and water quality. Industrial growth in Panchkula. Panchkula is an important industrial center of Haryana, which is located in the northern part of the region. And it has 10 large and medium industries as well as 1970 MSMEs. This is the map of Panchkula, which is showing the industries and the industrial regions of this region. The 3 industrial regions are located in adjacent to the main urban center of Panchkula, and 2 centers are, one is in Pinjore and the other is in Barwala. Decadal growth rate of industry in Panchkula district. Large scale industry has reported 14.28% industrial growth between last decade, and micro and small scale industry 67.15. Growth of industry in Panchkula district year wise, the maximum growth has been in 2008 and 9. And the environmental impact analysis. And to gauge the environmental impact analysis of industries on the air and water quality, an endeavor has been made to gauge the impact of industrial growth in Panchkula on the ambient air quality and the status of water quality of water bodies. That is, River Gaggar is the main water body in this region. The impact analysis has been done on a Stata software by generating a structural equation model using the full information maximum likelihood estimation method. It uses 2 independent variables with time and number of industries and 12 dependent variables, pH, BOD, COD, SS, OAG, and NO, NO2, NOx, SO2, CO, O3, and PM10. Generally, the biological BOD and COD and pH values are important indicators of water quality. As per the results generated by structural equation model, the P value of BOD is 0.004, which is less than 0.05, which reveals that highly insignificant impact of industrial growth with duration of time. It clearly points to the fact that industrial growth with passage of time has exerted a significant impact on
Sir, you are not audible, Rohtas sir.
Okay. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
At about 250 units, I have got the effluent plants treatment is installed in their units to treat the effluent generated by processing activities in the industries. At times, these effluent plants are not operative in the industries, and that's why these are causing problem in the water bodies, as the effluents are directly poured into the water body. This is the distribution of BOD levels of River Gaggar in Panchkula district. The analysis also reveals when the data were compared with the national standards, it was revealed that BOD is higher than the national standards in the month of April, May, August, September, November, and December, and January, February, and March. Out of the 12 months, in about 10 months, the level of BOD is higher than the national standards, which is 30 mg per liter for surface, thereby indicating that the waters of Gaggar River are polluted due to industrial and other domestic discharges which are made into the river. Then the distribution of COD levels in the river Ghaggar, which is also showing an increasing trend. Even the level of COD is higher than the national standards in the month of August, September, October, December, and January 2013, and January, February, and March 2014. In January, February, it is much higher than the prescribed national standards of 250 mg per liter. In few months, even the level of oil and gas is higher than the prescribed standards. Now, the impact on air quality. The industrial growth in the study area had significant impact on some of the parameters of ambient air quality with PM10, O3, and NO with the duration of time. Among these parameters of air quality, the significant impact was noticed on PM10, which has a rising trend with the passage of time, having p-value less than 0.05. Even the impact of industrial growth on NO was significant with a p-value of 0.015, which is less than 0.05. Due to the growth of industries in the region, NO as a constituent of air is gradually on a rising trend.
I think, Dr. Rohtas, these are some of the known conclusions. In place of reading it, why don't you summarize? You just summarize.
Summarize that it has the oil, even the industries, they have registered an increase in the past, but it has got a significant impact on some of the ambient air quality data parameters as well as the water quality parameters.
Right. Dr. Sahib, you said that you have used multivariate analysis by taking 12 variables, independent and some dependent variables, all those things. How does it affect the result of your analysis rather than the observation that you have made? Do you think there has been some structural differences in the kind of quantitative analysis you have made and the observation, which is very obvious?
Sir, I have done the observation have been made on the basis of Strata software, which I have utilized in it, and which has shown that what is the impact of these industries, whether it has got significant impact on some parameters or some parameters have been significantly impacted and others have not been impacted with the passage of time. And apart from that, I have also tried to equate it and analyze it with the national air quality index as well as this water quality parameters which have been provided.
Right. Many times, Dr. Rohtas, this multivariate analysis, quantitative analysis becomes a decorative piece rather than bringing out some concrete conclusions. Do you agree with this?
Sir, I do agree. That's why I have utilized two things to highlight it, whether it is above the national standards or below the national standards.
Right. So you have finally, I mean, you have concluded?
Yes, sir.
So I think we should thank Dr. Rohtas for his excellent presentation and also making some very categorical answers. He should be congratulated, and I would ask Dr. Abhay to propose a big hands for Dr. Rohtas, and we should call upon the other presenter who is in the line, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Mishra. I think now you have come on video. So good evening once again. I think it has a long time that I have seen you. So
thank you. In
hope
fact, I have been trying. There was some snag in my instrument. It has been, I mean, it has been a problem for quite some time. I'm very sorry about it. Nevertheless, doesn't matter. So everything is on time.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me call the next presenter. It is Muhammad Rezul Islam and Muhammad Nurul Islam. They will be presenting an assessment of the local dwellers' perception about the environmental impact of Berpukuria coal mining, Dinajpur, Bangladesh.
I see. Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Please,
Good evening.
welcome. Raisul, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
Sure, sure.
Please go ahead.
Sir, can you hear my slides? See my slides?
Yes.
Visible. Thank you, sir. So, mostly I'm the student of Department of Geography and Environment, Jahangirnagar University. I was supervised by Professor Dr. Noor Islam. Today,
It seems
I want
that
to
both of you are student of Professor Nurul Islam.
yes,
The
sir.
other guy was also his student, right?
Yes, sir. He's my friend. We're
Right.
same batchmate.
Yeah, yeah.
Today, I want to my topic. I want to discuss the assessment of local dwellers of environment, local dwellers of Borpukri area. Unfortunately, I'm the person who belong to this area. I'm also so. First of all, I want to introduce, sir.
Hmm.
Are something, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Come, go ahead.
Just,
Very
yes, sir.
briefly, you just introduce the area and come on the main concrete conclusions and suggestions, if any.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll highlight the key points of this study
Yeah,
area.
yeah, sure.
I'll not make more big my presentation.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
First, first I want to show you the map of the study area. Here you can see my point of culture, the border Prukriya region, the
Right.
border Prukriya coal mine area. Here you can see a little river. It's called Little Jamuna River in Dinajpur district. It's surrounded by Parbutipur and Fulbari Upazila. I
Ye-
also belong in near this border Prukriya coal mine area. My house not so far from here. It's 1.5
So
kilometer from here.
both the gentlemen are from river area, right?
Yes, sir. Bangladesh is a riverine country, so
Right.
you can see all
And
over rivers.
his was Kartoya, isn't so?
Yes, sir. His river
Yeah.
also crossed from my area. I'm northern
Uh-huh.
part of Bangladesh. He's
Right.
middle part of northern. So I'm the
Yeah.
beginning of northern part. So here I want to say that at the very beginning when the Borapukre coal mine was discovered in 1985, the people of this area thought that the government convinced the people that there will be no scarcity of energy. People convinced, and
Right.
development of this area, after the development of after the development of the infrastructure, the coal was taken from the underground. It is an open mining underground coal mine area. Most of this coal are used to generate electricity. I have to inform you that besides the Borapukria coal mine area, there is also a thermal power plant. It is called Borapukria coal mine thermal power plant. So both are besides. Here coal are used. Here Borapukra's coal used to the thermal power plant to generate electricity. But here is the main problem. Now we are suffering after 20 or 30, 50 or 20 to 35 years, environmental impact. What people think before, what they think, and what now they think, or what is happening with the environment. I will only discuss about this matter and what I found from all this discussion. I will briefly discuss here. I want to identify the pollution types throughout the study area. Then what people think, what kinds of pollution is happening, and how they are impacting in their daily life, and to analyze the environmental pollution. Most of the we know most of the important parts of environment, air, water, land. So it's the area of Bangladesh. It is famous for rice production.
I
Here
think
most of
it will
the
be good if you can focus on the third objective. That will
Yes, I
yes, sir.
think
I'm going, sir. I'm going. Third objectives to analyze the environmental pollution. First, I have to say about the land degradation. So, to analyze the environmental pollution, here we can see in my slide, I on focus only one thing, that the coal, when the coal are taken from the underground, they need to store one place. But to restore the coal, they use water. If they don't get fire, for this the washed water are drained to the nearest agricultural land area. For this heavy metal, organic carbon exchange cautions, then sulfur, mostly sulfur, when it is scientifically proven that 0.6% sulfur are going to the agricultural land area. Day by day, the agricultural productivity decreasing very much decreasing. People who are previously engaged in agricultural activities, now they are not interested in agricultural activities. Life are becoming very harder. People are shifting their occupation. If I talk about the air quality and the temperature, it is also increasing for thermal power plant. The for to take coal from the underground water, they need to pump the underground water. For the water level is decreasing day by day. We don't get proper water and so much good. If we go 20 to 30 before, in 10 to 5 years, 20 to 30 feet below we can get the water, but now 50 to 60 feet we need to dig down the underground to take water. So for this, our the reason people of this region are suffering very much. Here you have to focus that for what I'm showing in this picture. Picture A, I'm seeing the coal. It's a mountain of coal where they restored the coal. Then you can see picture B is a pond. Beside the area, beside the land, the washed water of coal. Everywhere you can see the black coal water. Then I see the drainage system. Told before, the drainage, the water drains to the agricultural land area, to the through the pond, and then it goes to the land. Then agricultural picture E, you can see the agricultural land. So it's devastating for the people of this region. It's maybe helping for her generating electricity, but it's decreasing our food productivity. So people of this area are suffering a lot. So for this reason, I want to say government should to assessment government should took environmental assessment to prevent this degradation. How people can scientifically prove their culture agricultural activity to increase their increase their rice production and betterment for the life study. That's my all. That's my presentation.
Raisul, I would like to thank you and congratulate you for your short and beautiful, very candid presentation. But there is one question that has been haunting. You say that
Yes, sir.
people have moved from the agricultural activity and have gone to some other activities. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
think that people are the best judge. They know what to do and what not to do. By our observation, why should we try to impose our wishes on the decision of the people who are living over there? You say that they should improve their agriculture, but they think that their lot is better in the mining.
So they don't think, but what happening, sir? You know, Dhaka is a Bangladesh is agriculture based country. Now Bangladesh is advancing in manufacture activities. Most of the people of this Dinajpur
Yeah.
region, they are shifting to Dhaka for garments activity, which is not good for their future. They do not get enough
That
betterment
is
for
your
the life.
observation. But it may be good for the people who are going there.
No, sir. When I make a conversation with the local people, I also belong this area. Some of my relatives, they are shifting to Dhaka for other
Right.
activities, but the life is so hard. So they, when a face-to-face conversation happen, they think that's not good for them. They want to stay in their region, and they want to do agricultural activities, and it is better for their life and for their family not to go away from their region. It's becoming very hard for them to survive.
I think I would advise that you should better try to meet the people and try to figure out what percentage of people, who are the people, what do they want. If you take this methodology and carry on, I think it could be a good piece of research. I think my colleague Dr. Abhay is also interested in asking some question. Abhay?
Sir, yes, the questions were there, but we have a time limit. You have asked.
Okay, so I think let us give him a big hand and congratulate him for the this young presenter has done very well. I would let us call upon the other person who is interested in presenting his paper.
Dr. Narendra Gupta.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
Manuraj Purohit on an analysis of linkages between urban green space and socio-economic factors, a case study of Bhilwara city, Rajasthan. Narendra Gupta and Manuraj Purohit, please. Go ahead and stick to the limits so that we can
Yes.
have time for.
Manorajji, candid, short, and excellent. Let's come. Mr. Manuraj. Abhayji, it seems that he is not there.
I think, sir, the presentation is open. I think who has opened this presentation? Yes, the person is here.
Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
Manuraj Purohit is there.
The other gentleman, Dr. Narendra Gupta, is also, he is his supervisor, it seems, co-author, isn't so?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Manu, start the presentation. Manu.
Manu, you are not audible.
Mute, unmute.
मैं तो mute, unmute हूँ. Unmute हूँ.
नहीं, उन्होंने भी unmute तो mute नहीं कर रखा है.
Hello, Manu.
Yes, ma'am.
You are-
I am audible.
Yeah, yes. Start your presentation. Start.
Yes, ma'am. My topic is an analysis of linkage between urban green space and social economic factors, a case study of in Bhilwara city, Rajasthan. We know urban green space is defined as all urban land covered by vegetation of any kind. This covers vegetation on private and public ground, irrespective of size and function, and can also include small water bodies such as ponds, lakes, or streams. And we know that the level of urbanization and industrialization are the parameters for social economic development, as they are the key factors in the development of a nation. But due to the rapid growth of industrialization and urbanization, the environment is getting adversely affected, which the major problem is being the pollution. So my study research question is, the study aim to analyze and predict the change of urban green spaces with social and economic factors. The aim is divided into three objectives. My first objective is identify the historical and current distribution of urban green spaces from 2005 to 2020 in Bhilwara city,
Your
analyze
slides
the
are
relationship
not
between the variation of urban green spaces, pollution, population, and commercial, industrial, and residential area, CIR area, and measure and analysis the area of urban green spaces in each ward with social economic factors. So I for this I did literature review, which is my study area is Bhilwara city, which is located in southern part of Rajasthan in India. The area of Bhilwara city is 10,508 square kilometer, and city is divided into 17 wards. The city is famously known as the textile city of Rajasthan. Uh, my methodology is for data acquisition. The urban
Manu,
green spaces, ma'am.
Manu, are you here? Please,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't see your presentation. You have presentation, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can
Okay.
see. मैम दिख रहा है?
Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. So this is the study area land use and land cover map. The study area. My methodology for data acquisition, the urban green spaces area calculation mainly depended on digitized remote sensing image. And the remote sensing image were acquired from list 3, and the resolution is 23.5 meter. The recent remote sensing image in color have a resolution of 6 meter taken in 2015 and 2020 during the growing season. Satellite images from Google Earth starting from 2010 were used to assess the accuracy of the interpretation. The data of a municipality uh, were obtained from Census of India, but these data lack information of the historical population density and population in each ward. The method used for the finding the objectives were divided into two parts, including land use analysis with ArcGIS 10.5.1 software and statistical test with Microsoft Excel 2016. Remote sensing image of year 2005, 2010, 2015, and 2020 were digitized to calculate the area of the urban green space in this selected ward in Bhilwara city. Urban built-up area and population of city were extracted as a potential factor affecting the urban green spaces, and uh, their correlation with urban green spaces was calculated. Image interpretation. The image interpretation
I
for
think don't
the
read it. There is no need of reading it, please. Go ahead.
yes sir.
Huh.
For remote sensing image involved three steps. First we digitize it. Second, for map accuracy we calculated it.
These are universally known, Mr. Manuraj.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And land use calculation correction. The study focused on large scale urban green spaces, assuming that minimum size of green spaces of each digitized polygon of 500 meters square, according to above maintained guideline as study area. So what we find is that the average accuracy of map was 84%, and the kappa coefficient which was calculated found 81%, including a strong correlation, accuracy and arrangement between the classified map and the reference map. The result from area calculated on the city level shows that there was a discrepancy in the portion of urban green spaces. A large portion of urban green spaces were located in northeast part of the study area in Bhilwara city, which was lowest portion of urban built-up area. Southwest part of second lowest portion of urban green spaces, and the highest portion of urban built-up area. And the most variation of urban green spaces was concreted in the eastern part of the city, and it is noted that there was a slight increase in urban green spaces from 2010 to 2020 in northeast part of the city. The result for urban built-up area shows a marked increase in the area from 2005 to 2012, significantly in northern part of the city. And my conclusions are the study suggests that the reduction in the total urban green spaces over the past 20 years was associated with the growth of population and urban built up area during the same time of period. However, the correlation analysis resulted in only a weak correlation, essentially due to the lack of sample data. The trend of urban green spaces could also be related to variation in urban policy, economy, and social development. A detailed analysis with these factors was not performed, and these social inequality and changing regional green plan could be two of the factor behind the development of urban green spaces and urban built up area, and which affect the urban green spaces distribution and variation in different wards, which is discussed in above. And my PhD topic is also this job I am doing. uh, um, I will do more work on that subject. Thank you. Thank you.
That's good. Manuraj, you made a good presentation. I congratulate you. You are a young budding geographer. You have computed so much satellite imagery, and the conclusions are so very known that if the population grows, then the built-up in the area is going to increase. So what is your contribution? What is the research here? How are you contributing to the research? And this is a very universally known.
Yes,
That
sir.
with the growth of the population, the built-up area will increase. Whether you use the satellite imagery of 2005, 2010, 2015, and 2020, and all green spaces are likely to be encroached upon by the human beings. Have you ever visited Bhilwara city on your own and tried to see personally?
Yes, sir. I am from Bhilwara city.
So yeah, it is very impressive that you have analyzed the satellite image. But there is one great thing that is called ground truthing. Any satellite imagery could not be 100% true unless and until you try to verify by ground truthing. So you
Yes, sir.
should try to match the results given by the satellite imagery analysis and your own personal
Yes.
perception. That's very
Yes, sir.
important. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you
Yes,
must
sir.
do some field work. Meet the
Yes, sir.
people, try to figure out the
Yes, sir.
causes and consequences of it, rather than depending too much on satellite imagery, GIS and remote sensing and geospatial technology. This has become very impressive. Every geographer talks about it. Without knowing
Yes, sir.
that, ground truthing, without ground truthing, nothing can be
Yes, sir.
successful. Yes.
We have added the public participation
Huh.
in this my thesis, for my thesis, that what public thinks, what
Yeah, people
government bodies thinks
participation.
and doing, people participate. It is a chapter in my thesis.
That's good. That's good. I think we
Yes, sir.
should give big hand to Mr. Manuraj for his presentation. He's a young mind, and we hope that he will do much better in future. And we should call upon Dr. Abhay, the other
Thank you, sir.
gentleman who is likely to present his paper and is in the row.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The next paper presenter is Jimmy Dev Burma and Nivedita Das. The title of the paper is Assessment of Groundwater Potential Using Electrical Resistivity in Some Areas of Tripura. So, Jimmy Burma or Nivedita Das. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are very much audible, but not visible.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect it. Let me just stop sharing. Okay. I think that's.
Your volume is too low. Please increase the volume.
Sir, is my screen visible at your end? Hello?
Yes, your screen is
Hello?
visible. Your screen is visible.
Okay.
You are also audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. Very good evening, respected chairperson, co-chair, moderators, and fellow participants of today's session. My topic of presentation is assessment of groundwater potential using electrical resistivity in some areas of Tripura. I'd just like to go with a brief introduction of groundwater. Groundwater is the subsurface water, as we all know. It forms a very invisible component of the hydrosphere, and it occurs in many types of geological formations. Over the past 70 years, it has been accompanied by a six-fold increase in water withdrawal because of the tripling of the human population, which thereby reduced water availability, further aggravated by the lack of groundwater management. India is known to be the largest abstractor of groundwater in the world with 251 cubic kilometer per year abstraction, followed by China and then USA. Population growth and human activities therefore both affect both quantity and quality of groundwater resource. Traditionally, delineation of groundwater potential zones have been carried out through ground surveys like geophysical, geological, hydrogeological tools. And now with the advent of space technologies, geospatial tools, delineation and mapping of groundwater potential have been integrated with geophysical surveys to achieve better accuracy in assessing the potentiality of groundwater of an area. So the electrical resistivity method is nothing but it is one of the most popular geophysical technique for describing the subsurface structural setting, as well as it is used for exploring the groundwater occurrence and also in evaluating the quality of groundwater. Okay, So resistivity is defined as the resistance offered by a unit cube of material from the flow of current through its normal surface. And in the present study, vertical electrical sounding method has been applied to understand the subsurface structure and in investigating groundwater occurrence based on electrical resistivities of earth materials located at varying depths. Schlumberger configuration of electrode spacing was used throughout the survey. This has helped to achieve high penetrating depth per unit current of electrode spacing, and also it is most suitable for subsurface delineation and groundwater exploration. So therefore, the objective of the present work is to assess the potential of groundwater occurrence, which may be helpful to decision makers in groundwater management, and also identify suitable locations for construction of tube wells or tube wells. It's a brief idea about the locations and geological informations. Study area is Tripura. It's one of the smallest state, and then it's constituted of 8 districts. Briefly going with the geological information, the state is underlain by quaternary and upper tertiary group of rocks. And based on the lithological composition, depositional characteristics, and structural features, the rocks have been divided into formation subgroups and groups. The geological formations found in the state are Surma group, Tipam group, Dupitila group, recent group, and in the state, groundwater occurs both in the confined and unconfined conditions. The recent formation, Dupitila, Tipam formations, they all characterize the presence of unconfined conditions. And besides this, groundwater also occurs under confined to semi-confined conditions in Tipam formations at considerable depths. This is the geological map of Tripura, Tipam group, Dupitila group, Bukabil, Bhuvan, and alluvial. This shows the rock groups of Tripura. Okay. For the materials used in the conducting the geoelectrical survey was I had this aquameter CRM auto C. Then there were 4 electrodes, then winch cable. Then I have hammers, and then I needed to carry those measuring tapes. So soil resistivity has been conducted using electrical resistivity method. 7 vertical electrical sounding stations was selected randomly for some areas within the study area. Of course, I selected areas keeping some physiographic variations, like I did some survey, electrical survey in some floodplain areas, some in pitmon areas, some in hilly areas, and some in synclinal areas. So best technique applying Schlumberger array of electron configuration was adopted to study the potential of groundwater. And in the present survey, the maximum spread for the current electrodes, that is AB, 1 pair of electrodes, was 200 meters for acquiring the vast data. So the increase in distance of the spread of current electrodes indicate that, there is an increase in the subsurface depth. And then the apparent resistivity is then plotted against corresponding half current electrode spacing on a logarithmic graph paper.
I think, ma'am, you just skip over because you have used a lot of very technical methods. So what is the outcome of these? So please go on for the findings. We are more interested in what you want to bring out by using all these techniques and methods.
Okay, so this is a station-wide geological layers for 7 stations. The layers for the 7 geological layers range from 2 layers to 6 layers. I'll just try to be faster.
What is happening to the underground water here?
Underground water is although we have adequate quantity of ground rainfall, but the thing is that
it is drained out, or
Of course, it is drained out because it's a hilly area.
Yeah, it's a
And
yeah, very well
then,
known.
the rivers are seasonal. So, I mean, groundwater is the only source, the major source for supply of water. So there are many areas where seasonal scarcities are there, and there are many areas where the groundwater explorations and extractions are not yet done. In spite of having a potentiality of huge groundwater.
So what do you advise?
Basically, we can go for using this geophysical technique. We can go for identifying those areas, where areas which do not have adequate access to water. I mean, there are many areas where there are no adequate access. So the people have to directly depend on contaminated surface water, and then because of that, a lot of waterborne diseases are affecting the population. I don't say that groundwater are not contaminated. It can be, but then it is much more reliable as compared to the surface water. But if we talk about other quality aspect, of course, Tripura has iron content, which is very high because the sandstones are ferruginous in nature. But then as an alternative to surface, and there are many areas where people do not have adequate access to the safe water. So this can be, the groundwater source can be an improved source of water to the populations. So the identification of those areas can be taken up. So I will just skip then and just go to the conclusion.
Yes, please conclude.
So in case it's getting late. Just a conclusion. So the saturated aquiferous zones as obtained from vertical electrical resistivity sounding reveal mostly the presence of sand with clay and shale as well. And from the geoelectrical layers, it may be inferred that the water-bearing formations are mostly unconfined to aquifer. The survey of 7 stations is underlain by 2 to 6 geoelectrical layers. And the result of the study show that station 2, 3, and 5 have best aquifer with thickness of 18.6 meter, 117 meter, and 42.8 meter at the depth of 28.6 meter, 127 meter, and 47 meter. So the presence of groundwater ranges from as low as 1 meter depth for shallow, that is the survey conducted around in the floodplain areas, and around 77 meter depth for deep aquifers as observed from the station. This is the one which the 77 meter depth was the deep aquifer found the survey conducted in one of the hill range bordering the Mizoram state. So deep aquifers were observed at station where the geoelectrical layers were beyond 4th layer, mostly covered in the hills and pitmons. That's it, sir. My conclusion.
Thank you very much for your excellent presentation. I think Dr. Abhay will join in congratulating you for the presentation that you have made. But at the same time, many times I thought that geography is a spatial science. But you have proved that geography can go far beyond the spatial science. It deals with the interior of the earth also. And that is what you have tried to demonstrate. So we should give a big hand to this presenter and congratulate her for excellent presentation. And Dr. Abhay, yes. Pardon?
So this is one topic of my PhD, and I have all submitted, given my pre-submission. So I'm just waiting for final submission of thesis. So this is one chapter of
these geoelectrical layers you are trying to figure out, do you have the equipments and techniques and methods there in the department? Your department is equipped with all these things to measure these things?
I have this acometer CRMC. This is a soil resistivity meter instrument.
And how far are you sure about the accuracy of the result that these instruments?
Correlated with ancillary data. I correlate it with ancillary data by collecting lithology of this Central Groundwater Board at times, and the Department of Drinking Water Sanitation, they also have lithological layers. So I correlate with that also.
Okay. I think Dr. Abhay, you will join me in congratulating and thanking her for, and we wish her all the very best for making a much better presentation in the future, in the next seminar. Thank you very much, ma'am. And we shall be looking forward to your other presentation sometimes next time. Dr. Abhay, call upon the other.
Yes, sir. The next presenter is Tanmay Sarkar, Pritha Ghosh, and Kiran Kumari Singh on the topic is study of green infrastructure for urban sustainability using geospatial techniques.
My God.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please come on.
Sir. Wait.
Please restrict to yourself to 3 to 4 minutes only.
How many people are yet to present, Abhay?
Sir, we have 17 in the list, and now we have reached to number 8.
Oh, so all others, sir, nine people are still there to be presented.
Yes, sir.
So I think we should not allow more than 2-3 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
they should only make a very brief resume of the whole thing.
Hello.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Sir.
Please come on.
Sir, I cannot share my PPT because before my who present before my actually see here is see that you cannot share screen share while the other participant is sharing. So other one, anyone is here.
Madam Jimmy, please. Now you should unpresent yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I am looking.
Then other will be able to present.
Yeah. Yes.
Please.
I am not able to. Yeah.
Now done. Please go ahead now.
Okay, sir. I will done it.
Mute, unmute.
Yeah. Is it done? Okay.
Yes, Tanmay. Yes, great. Please be brief and restrict to 3 minutes maximum.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Tanmay Sarkar. I am presenting a study of green infrastructure of urban sustainability using geospatial technique. And sir, basically we will know that sustainability is the present generation who fulfill their own needs.
Don't talk about the sustainability. Go ahead. What is your theme? What do you want to say about your paper, please?
Next.
These principles, forget about it.
Okay, sir.
Green infrastructure is known. What do you want to say about your field work?
Sir, my study area is Malda. Sir, Malda is the city of West Bengal. It is also known as the part of North Bengal. Sir, here major rivers as Ganga, Mahananda, Kalindi, Punarbhadra, and Tangan. Sir, this is my methodology.
Right. Next. You have used our Landsat imagery, image of 1991. And yes, next.
Sir, in this image 1991, I have seen that the NDVI maximum value was 0.39 and lowest value was 0.38, and maximum green cover has, excuse me, sir. Maximum green cover. Hello.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Green cover has declined.
Yes, sir.
Green cover has declined.
Sir, green cover is declined. Green cover is declined in ward number 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 12, and maximum.
This is because population is increasing.
Sir, during the time of 1991,
built-up area has increased. That's all.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the research that you have done?
Sir, in this research, I have said that during the time of 1991 to 2001, that time massive urbanization is here in this city. That's why we can see in this next slide. Here is in 1991, images green cover is almost 60%, but in 2001, green cover is almost half. The green cover is 33%, and
right.
also
what is surprise about it? It has been reduced from 60% to 33%. Their conclusions are known. Results are very obvious. What do you want to say as a researcher?
Sir, basically, here I say about that people actually work on green infrastructure. So, sir, people of the Malda city, they are not aware about green infrastructure or green space. People and here is actually, sir, almost all the area is covered by cement. So if they want to plant a tree, they cannot plant any trees because all the area is covered by cement. Uh, uh, and people sorry and I talk with them
What do you suggest? What do you suggest? This is a state situational analysis. What do you suggest? What should be done?
sir.
Mishra, I have also a query which I would like to add. You are
Yeah.
just calculating the NDVI
Yeah.
and saying that a green infrastructure. So my question is that only the NDVI cannot be the single indicator to state it as a green infrastructure for urban
Right.
sustainability. So I think your title needs to be reframed in this way.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. No, finally, what do you want to say? What do you want to say?
Sir, actually, sir, I want to say that people here in this city, especially in Malda English Bazaar municipality, sir, need to aware the people to about green infrastructure.
Yeah, yes. Hey, this is not going to happen. And people are running for the occupying some space in order to build the house. And that is the prime and foremost necessity. So some structural methodology is to be evolved to plan the town in a manner and style so that the city becomes a smart city, so that there are adequate roads, there is adequate greenery, there is adequate open space where people can breathe. So all these things are the outcome of the planning process. And you have to suggest that the plan Malda city should be planned that way, isn't so?
Yes, sir.
Abhay, am I right?
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
I think we should congratulate him. And Abhay, you should ask, is there any question anybody would like to ask from him?
I think no, sir. I think
So Abhay, call upon the other next person in the line.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I think the next presenter in the line is Lalit Mohan Verma, and the topic is assessment of anthropogenic impact on forest ecosystem, a case study of Kumbhalgarh Wildlife Sanctuary. Lalit Mohan Verma, please.
Okay, Lalit Mohan Verma, you are welcome. Please make a brief, candid, short presentation, please.
Sorry, sir, he is not here. He is not presenting the paper.
Okay.
Next,
so,
please.
Abhay, please call upon the next man.
The next in the line is Riaz Ahmed Mir and Rais Ahmed Peer.
From Bangladesh?
Assessing the temporal changes and chemical quality of glacier resources in parts of the Ladakh mountain range, Trans-Himalaya.
Is he from Sikkim or from where he is from?
I think from Ladakh might be Ladakh.
I see. Okay.
Is anybody available from both the authors? I don't think so. No, sir. Should I go for
Limaji? Acha. Yes. Is there any next one?
No, he's not there, sir. Next one, sir.
The next is Akshay Raj. Topic is what is the future of the fourth industrial revolution? A geo-sustainable assessment study.
My goodness. So let us have the geo-sustainable assessment. Is he there?
Akshay Raj, are you there? No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Abhay, the next one.
The next is, I think, Sangeeta Chaudhary. The topic is approaches and challenges for achieving zero waste for sustainable future through circular model of MSWM.
I think the title should be reframed like challenges and approaches. approaches, you are not talking approaches in the beginning. You are talking challenges, and then you will suggest the approaches.
Yes, exactly. Challenges and approach.
So yeah. So yes, please. Is she there?
Sangeeta Chaudhary.
Yes, sir, I'm not able to share the screen. I don't know.
Okay, Sangeeta is here.
Achha.
Please.
So I'm there, but I'm not able to
Right.
share my screen.
Why? We are listening you, Sangeeta ji.
Okay, sir. So should I start without sharing
Yes,
my screen?
yes, please do that.
Sir.
3
Yes,
minutes
sir.
time, quickly.
Okay, sir. So my topic is approaches and challenges for achieving zero waste for sustainable
Make it
future.
challenges and approaches.
Okay, sir. I sure will do that, sir.
First tell the challenges
So, sir,
and suggest the approaches.
Okay, sir. So, sir, zero waste is defined as a system in which all the resources and products are reused and recovered, and no waste is sent to the landfill. So, aim is to send nothing to landfill. So, for that, my objective was to suggest means and methods to achieve zero waste, and challenges and approaches in achieving zero waste. So, zero waste can be achieved only by applying the integrated management, and the principles of integrated solid waste management are like simple, like source reduction, reusing, recycling, recovery, and landfill. The most preferred is reduction, and the least preferred is landfill. So for that, sir, have suggested circular system for zero waste. So presently our production system goes one way from the earth to the dump. This is a linear model, and the goal of zero waste is to move towards circular economy where there is no trash in nature. So, sir, for this, sir, I have taken the case study of Jaipur city, municipal solid waste management in Jaipur city. So, इसमें sir, मैंने ये देखा है कि why we are not moving towards zero waste. Though there are clearly the solid waste management rules ने clearly ये चीज बोली है कि हम लोगों को zero waste की तरफ move करना चाहिए, और जो भी आपका biodegradable waste होता है वो कंपोस्टिंग के थ्रू ट्रीट होना चाहिए, और जो भी आपका आरडीएफ, जो भी आपका कंबस्टिबल वेस्ट होता है आरडीएफ के थ्रू ट्रीट होना चाहिए. तो सर फॉर केस स्टडी ऑफ जयपुर सिटी, सर मैंने रेसिडेंट से बात करी है और फील्ड सर्वे करा है सर. उसमें ये देखा है सर टोटल जो वेस्ट जनरेशन हो रहा है जयपुर में अराउंड 1600 मेट्रिक टन पर डे के हिसाब से हो रहा है, लेकिन जो भी वेस्ट कलेक्शन हो रहा है सर वो अनसेग्रीगेटेड फॉर्म में हो रहा है. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट सर प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट कैपेसिटी जो जयपुर की है वो in total it's about 600 metric ton per day, और एक्चुअल जो प्रोसेसिंग वेस्ट की हो रही है सर वो 300-350 मेट्रिक टन पर डे. सर जब प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट विजिट किया तो वहां पे भी ये पता चला बिकॉज द वेस्ट इज नॉट कमिंग इन सेग्रीगेटेड फॉर्म, तो जो भी आपका प्लांट जो होता है वो मैक्सिमम टाइम शट डाउन में रहता है. दैट्स व्हाई अराउंड 1300-1400 मेट्रिक टन पर डे वेस्ट इज गोइंग ऑन टू द ओपन डंपिंग साइट्स ऑफ मथुरादास सेवापुरा. देन सर they are sorry sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible.
Okay.
आप बताइए,
Yes, sir.
जल्दी से सब समराइज करिए. इसमें बताइए कि ज्योग्राफी कहाँ आ रही है.
सर ज्योग्राफी कहाँ, सर एक्चुअली सर मेरा पीएचडी का रिसर्च मतलब पीएचडी का टॉपिक ही सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पे था. तो
सही सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट है, किसी सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट किसी स्पेस पे होता है ना, कोई देयर मस्ट बी सम एरिया और कुछ सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट ये सब चला हुआ है, झंझट के काम चला हुआ है. सैटेलाइट इमेजरी, जियो स्पेशियल टेक्नोलॉजी, रिमोट सेंसिंग, hypnotize people and use all possible jargons so that people don't understand, and they themselves don't understand anything what geography has to say. So I'm very sorry for these observations. Nevertheless, बताइए, आप बताइए, कुछ बताइए, क्या कहना चाहिए.
Yes sir, so my objective was to identify, so my topic was to identify suitable landfill site for disposing of solid waste. So sir उसके लिए ये पहले ये सब रिसर्च करी गई, और उसके बाद सर पाया गया कि जो करंट डंपिंग साइट है उनकी सर वो साइंटिफिकली चूजन नहीं है, बिकॉज जो करंट डंपिंग साइट से सर वहाँ पे वो सैंडी एरिया जोन में है, प्लस इट इज नियर टू द डैम एरिया, प्लस जो भी करंट डंपिंग साइट है सर उनका जो स्लोप एरिया इज मोर देन 5 डिग्री.
इसमें साइंटिफिक क्या है जरा बताएं बेटा, साइंटिफिक क्या है? दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन योर पर्सनल ऑब्जर्वेशन. आप इसमें साइंटिफिक क्या है?
सर इसमें सर मैंने लैंडसेट 8 इमेजेस और ये सब डाउनलोड करी थी सर, उसके बेसिस पे सर ये आइडेंटिफाई, जब इसका LULC क्लासिफिकेशन करा तो सर उसके बेसिस पे पता चला जो करंट इनकी डंपिंग साइट आर नॉट फुलफिलिंग the required condition which is mentioned in the MSWM rules and CPHEO manual.
Right. So what do you suggest? What are your conclusions?
So my conclusion is like, sir, जो भी rules जो दिया गया है वो follow नहीं हुआ है, plus the segregation is the missing link. So segregation नहीं हो पा रहा है, इस वजह से कोई भी चीज properly process नहीं हो पा रही है. The second,
do you think that people need? Do you think? Hello. Do you think that people need to be educated to follow the segregation method? Do you think so?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you think that people should be forced?
Education.
Yes, people should be forced to follow the segregation.
Yes,
isn't
sir.
So? Because human material is so
not
so varied and complex that it's very difficult to train them, right?
So actually the problem is that sir, user charges are not being collected in JMC area because of the political interference or what, no idea what. So this creates unwillingness from the side of the citizens also, because they are not paying any fees to municipal corporation for collecting their waste, and so they are dumping it like anything. And also sir, one of the main issue which I have seen here, there in JMC is the payment of the contractor or vendor. So who is going for door-to-door waste collection is not on the basis of the quality of work he is doing. It is on the basis of the quantity of work. So what he is doing, sir, he is mixing the construction and demolition waste also with the normal municipal solid, and so this causes a financial loss to JMC also.
Right. The issue is really very serious, and challenges are really very difficult to meet. And I think you have raised very good issue. And Abhay, I think this girl has done wonderful job in focusing our attention on the kinds of problems the Indian cities have been facing, and particularly the behavior of the people's behavior in handling the solid waste. So,
and so one big issue was from the biomedical waste also. So biomedical waste is normal solid waste के साथ mix होके आ रहा है, and the workers sir जहाँ पे जो काम कर रहे हैं उनको सर कभी syringe लगता है, कभी कुछ लगता है, so sir there is sir मतलब उसका कोई वो नहीं है.
Thank you.
I think she has made a very good presentation, Abhay. We should, all of us should congratulate this young girl for doing good job, and we shall be looking forward for a better presentation next time, and I am sure you will improve upon it. And Abhay, you should call upon another next man or next girl who is in the line for presentation.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. The next in the line is Priyanka Upadhyay, along with Dr. Seema Jalan. The topic of their presentation is vertical recharge method, a sustainable way for water conservation. Any of the author, please start your presentation.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. My topic is vertical recharge method, a sustainable way for the water conservation. India has 18% of world population having 4% of world freshwater, and India receives 4,000 billion cubic meter water. But due to the lack of adequate infrastructure, we are only able to use 18 to 20% of the available water. And even some reports suggest that we are going to face water stress condition by 2022 and water scarcity condition by 2025. So we need a sustainable water conservation method. Now my study area is Javra subdivision situated in district Ratlam. This is a part of Malwa region of Madhya Pradesh. The area is underlined by the basaltic.
Don't tell about the area. Hey,
yes,
don't
sir.
tell about the area.
Sir.
You tell the methods to be followed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For conservation.
Yes, sir. These map of the study area are showing the groundwater prospects of the area. And in this area, the overall, like out of 68, 52 ground panchayats are in overexploited and 16 are in critical condition. And in the Piploda Tehsil, the 8 tehsils are in the critical condition. So water everywhere, but not a single drop to drink. This line is apt for the study area because this the left that data shows that water structure available in the area with a capacity of 45 million cubic meter and rainfall of 920 millimeter with the reservoir of Malani and Chambal. Besides that, this area is categorized as overexploited and the highest stage of groundwater development. This stage, which is compounded at 168%, this stage of development is the ratio of available groundwater and the water extraction overall. Now, the net groundwater available in the area is 25,000 hem, and the water draft for all users is 42,000 hem, which shows the negative balance in the area. This shows the criticality of the water resources in the area need for the sustainable conservation, because the area has the monsoon runoff 5.145 million cubic meter and the balance of 3.85 million cubic meter that can be recharged sustainably if we use a proper method. Now, rainfall runoff modeling shows that the flow of water in the area is zero from November to the next arrival of the monsoon season. So before the pre-monsoon season, this area faced the shortage of the water resources. There are some important factors which plays very important role in the water conservation or water recharge method, because this area is surrounded by the Deccan Trap area and where the chatter is hardened due to the volcanic eruption. We can see through this the image that there is a hard strata and the water is stored only in the fracture zone. The percolation rate is very slow, and the water is conserved only in the subsurface part. And due to this is available for the evaporation, because this area faces more than 300 sunny days in the year. That's why the evaporation rate is high, which is 30%. One more important factor is source of water that I have observed in my field experiments and the interview, that in the policy formation of the construction of the water structures, they consider the dams and the ponds as the major source of water, but this is not the major source of water is monsoon, which is limited in the time. If we face two consecutive seasons of the monsoon failure, then this area will going to face a water scarcity condition. So
please squeeze yourself and tell about the conclusive part.
Yes, sir. So
no, you are coming to object. Don't tell objective. We know objectives.
Okay, sir.
Conclude.
Okay, sir. So methodology is primary data and secondary data. So now the important aspect of this paper is vertical recharge method. As we can see in this image, the vertical recharge method include a recharge shaft, which is an artificial recharge structure which penetrates the water in the deep aquifers for the deep aquifers, which is helpful for the geological condition as we discussed about. And this is a cost-effective method. We can compare this with the traditional horizontal structure. We can see in this the comparison that it recharge in the deep aquifers. It is low. It is
local people have already been practicing all these things. Vertical recharge method, Tonk method, Taka method, that has been happening in Rajasthan.
Sir, in this method, as we can see in the image, they have the PVC pipe, which is this is helpful in the hard strata region. So they penetrate the water in the deep aquifer. So this is not evaporate easily, and also this the water level is available for the longer time. So that has been experienced in the area. The Sadakheri village where the construction of the recharge shaft that was observed, and in this we have taken the data from 2012 to 2019, where we have taken the data of rainfall data and groundwater levels, and also the water yield of tube well in LPH and the drinking water availability. So after the analysis, we have found that groundwater level has increased from 243 meters to 62 meters, which is a significant increase, and that is continuously increasing from 2012 to 2009 till 2020, which shows that after the construction of the recharge shaft, the groundwater level is increasing. Now, water yield of tube wells also increased from 2000 to 6500 LPH. Now,
please make the conclusive part.
Yes, sir. The agriculture productivity has also increased in every crops around 25 to 30%. And the glance of key findings are: the groundwater level has increased 4 times. The water yield capacity has increased by 325%. and drinking water availability increased by 3.25 times. Agriculture productivity has increased of Rabi crops has increased significantly, and increased crop diversity has been recorded in the subdivision due to the increase of the
This is because of the water recharge method, vertical recharge method. This has happened.
Yes, sir. I have taken the village where the construction of the vertical recharge was happened in the 2012, and from 2012 to 2019, the observation shows that the increase in productivity, increase in groundwater, and also the water yield of tube well has increased after the construction of vertical recharge
Okay.
in this area.
I think this has worked wonders. I think it should be practiced everywhere. So finally, what do you want to say?
Sir,
Finally,
so the direct entry of water to the aquifer directly
vertical
through the
recharge
shaft
method should be
recharge.
followed.
Sir, this can be adopted at least for the plateau region where the hard strata is available, so that the water can be conserved sustainability, and for the longer time it will be available for the longer time, and this will faster the process of the percolation, and also this will store the water for longer time, and with the horizontal structure vertical recharge method can be used. Now there
Okay.
is media coverage which shows that local
I
administration
think,
has also.
please. Oh, okay.
Sir, I have a query that
Yes,
Priyanka must include some perception. If you have work field work, then we need some proofs of it by stating that by the inception after.
Yeah, vertical water recharge method is very successful, right?
I cannot say only the vertical recharge method is the factor behind increasing the agricultural productivity. There may be some other factors which needs to be incorporated. I'm not fully agreeing with this.
No. I think she should go in to look into some other variables also, and try to figure out as what are those factors which have been responsible for the success story of the vertical water recharge method. Is that so?
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Okay, but nevertheless, she has made some effort, and is good, and we should congratulate for the presentation that she has made. And I would call upon Dr. Abhay to call the next person who is likely to present
the next presentation will be by Naresh Kumar, and the topic will be of resource base for ecological footprint assessment in Dharamshala Tehsil, Himachal Pradesh. Naresh.
How many more are left, Abhay?
After this, 3.
3.
Yes.
So, okay. So, yes, gentlemen, please, 2 minutes time. 2 minutes. Hello. Come on.
I think Naresh Kumar is not here. So next move to the Suman Saurabh, B.W. Pandey and Abhay Shankar Prasad. The topic is ecological challenges, vulnerability and adaptation assessment for exploring the adaptation development nexus in Rudraprayag district, Uttarakhand, India. Suman Saurabh? Sir, he is not available.
Okay. They have made our job easier. Next one.
Yes. I think the last one will be the Arpita Pal, and she will be presenting on understanding the spatio-temporal variability of air pollutants during the COVID-19 pandemic in
Oh, so this is a very hot topic. Arpita is here.
Arpita Pal is, yes, is on the list.
Arpita, she is from West Bengal.
Yes, looks like.
Yes,
Arpita
lady,
Pal, yes.
Arpita Pal.
The screen is not 100% visible.
Okay.
This is the last one, I think, according to the list which is available.
Hello, sir.
Arpita ji, without telling the story of COVID-19, you say what you want to say in the conclusive part.
Okay,
what
sir.
is the special that you want to say about COVID? And what is the speciality? What is the geography behind COVID-19 spread?
Sir, in my research, and study area, I get some stations, mainly 8 stations, and I collected data there from West Bengal Pollution Control Board, and sir, I will show the
No,
graph.
please share your screen. Please share
Yeah,
your
yeah.
This is the last one we have in the list, sir.
Yes, yes. So in place of 2 minutes, he can get 3 minutes.
Yes.
Arpita ji, yes, it's very distinctly, clearly visible. Don't tell about introduction, we know about it. What is the COVID-19? What do you want to say about it?
Okay, sir.
Have you ever tried to review the literature about the spread of diseases, diffusion of diseases? Have you read the thesis or the research done by Torsten Hagerstein on the spatial diffusion model? Have you ever had the chance of doing this?
Sir, in my research, I want to show the pollution concentrations in all the stations have reduced both in terms quality and spatial speed. I
source and methodology and start. Come to the data.
Yeah. What do you want to say? Achha, this is not COVID-19, no? Kya bhai?
Sir, in
this is
pandemic
pollution side, not COVID-19.
from 2009 in pandemic situations to 2019 to 2020 data collect, and I'll show the 8 stations where the NO2, SO2 and PM10s the particular matter, how the difference in pre-lockdown and post-lockdown, how much difference, and it's how effect on our
difference in what? Arpita, difference in what? Pre-lockdown and post, what difference? Difference of what?
Yes, sir. In this slides, average NO2 value pre-lockdowns was 43.10 and post-lockdown.
What is NaO2 value? What is this?
Micrograms per cubic meter.
Okay.
And post lockdowns was 28.36 micrograms per cubic meters, and average PM10s PM10s value per lockdowns pre-lockdowns was 178 micrograms per cubic meters, and post lockdowns decline too. I noticed the change of amount, how to change of amount of and the quality in the time of lockdown period, air quality much better, and
as compared to the pre-lockdown period, right?
Pre-lockdown phase.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Finally, so what do you want to say?
And similarly, in this process, I collected data for 8 stations, and I see all stations same conditions. And there was there was before lockdowns much
more pollution, and after
more
lockdown
pollution, and after
less
lockdown pollution declined, and less pollution.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And in conclusion, this paper delved into the extent decline, pollution concentrations, and comparisons to previous years. The NO2 values had from drastically reduced from 86.5 to micrograms per cubic meters per lockdown space to an average of about 30 micrograms per cubic meters in present times. And Similarly, PM10, the decline in the pollution was observed from an average value of 180 micrograms cubic meters to about 18 micrograms per cubic meters for SO2 pollutants levels has not changed significantly. The lockdown on alternate weekends can possible reduce some amounts of pollution content concentration and
There should
acknowledgement.
be lockdown every Saturday, you say.
Yes, sir.
Every Saturday, there alternate Saturday, there should be lockdown.
Yes, sir.
So that will reduce the pollution and pollutant concentration, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the conclusion?
Yes, sir. This is the conclusion.
Yeah. What is the geography here?
Sir,
yeah.
it is a starting of my research work. I want to say
Right.
which pollutants has decreased the most. I will see why PM10 is still more than permissible limit.
Right. I think you have done a very good job, Abhay. She has made a nice presentation, and
very good. Very good.
And sir,
very good. We only hope that she will further enlarge, expand, do some more research, and add some more, I think, data to the present paper, and it will be one of the best papers. Sometimes next time that is the way we think,
sir,
and you. Yes, you want to say
this
something?
is my this is my preliminary work of master degree
Yeah.
dissertation.
We understand.
And
we understand,
I
and
want
we
to
look.
express my special thanks to my teacher, Dr. Abira Datta Roy, because
Right.
she was full support me and her guidance.
Right.
Always there.
So we congratulate, we thank you, and also your teacher for entering the area, the domain of geography, particularly COVID-19, which has not been so much covered this time around by very many geographers. And we hope that after the COVID is over, there will be many more researchers coming forward to work upon it and do some very concrete, conclusive, explanatory analysis of the COVID-19, how it has spread, what is the nature of diffusion, and what models can be built or developed, the kind of situation that has taken place all over the world at the global level. So this is very important. And I think I would like to, with the help of, and also in collaboration with Professor Abhay and the lady who has been with us,
Purnima Singh.
Purnima Singh.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Purnima. I have seen you after a long time. I'm sorry I have been trying to interrupt off and on. Please don't mind it. अगर ऐसा ना करता तो ये शायद अभी खत्म ना होता सेशन. तो अच्छा है, सब लोगों ने बड़ा अच्छा काम किया है और सबको मेरी ओर से बड़ी शुभकामना है. And I would only suggest that people have to work still very hard, because hypnotizing on the basis of geospatial technology, remote sensing, geographic information system, this has become the order of the day. Every Tom, Dick and Harry, without knowing anything, talk about geospatial technology. I just something very geography. You have to follow the field immersion method. Field immersion, you have to be with the people to understand the human mind. That's very important. And you cannot understand the human mind just by watching the satellite imagery. You have to be with them, and that is called field immersion technology, because ultimately most of the problems that we are facing today, they are at the threshold of human activities and natural environment. So in order to understand the human mind, and in order that there should be some kind of symbiosis, a symbiotic relationship between man and nature, it is imperative that we should understand the not only the declarative environment, we should also try to understand the undeclared environment which lives in the human mind. That is the cognitive word that we have. We have to understand that. There's not much time, otherwise I explained, but nevertheless, this has been very enjoyable session, and I would like to congratulate all the participants and thank the organizers who gave me, Dr. Abhay and Dr. Purnima Singh, this great opportunity of interacting some young geographers, and we try to learn many more things from them, some new words, new technology, new methods, all very new jargons. That was really wonderful. And with this, I would like to thank everybody, and I hope that if Dr. Abhay has to say something.
Yes. Thank you so much, Professor Mishra. I think it was a long back. In 2007, Mohanlal Sukhadia University organized the 29th Nagi conference, and under the convenership of Professor Sadhana Kothari.
Right.
And, after that, immediately after that, the 30th Indian Geography Congress was organized by Allahabad University by Professor H.N. Mishra. And I have the privilege that my academic career in the way of presenting papers has started from Udaipur itself, from Mohanlal Sukhadia University. And I was also there in the Allahabad University. So I have again memory recalling kind of thing, that I enjoyed Professor H.N. Mishra every time, because he is so enthusiastic person, always critically analyze the presentations and papers and motivates. At the end, initially he starts criticize, but later on he motivates also. And this motivation leads to somewhere that we relook our researches to improve them. So thank you so much, Professor Mishra, for your kind support. And I also acknowledge the convener, Dr. BVR Singh, for his successful conference. I think lots of discussion, lots of questions have also come from Professor Mishra's side. And I thank Dr. Purnima Singh for her cooperation. And
she is great. Purnima is great.
Yes.
Like all of you. And there was one lady, Saliha Khan. I don't know where has she disappeared.
I'm here. Sabiha. Sabiha.
Sabiha,
sir. Sabiha.
Acha, Sabiha.
Dr. Manish and Dr. Sabiha.
And so many people, including Sadhana Kothari, who was instrumental in inviting us.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
All other people. This lady, जो अभी एक काम कर रही थी, vertical water discharge recharge के बारे में बात कर रही थी, उनके साथ सीमा जालान, ये सब लोग बड़े बड़े geographer हैं, budding geographers हैं. They are great people. With है ना अभय जी, अच्छा लगा आप लोगों से मिल करके.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Manish.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much to chair the session. Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants.
In 2 words, thank you to you also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, namaskar.
Okay, namaskar.
Namaste.